The history of cryptids is unfathomably rich. Almost every horrible murderous creature you could imagine in the deepest depths of your mind is probably a real-life cryptid according to the narrative around it. So when this guy started hearing his worst nightmare following him out on his walks, he pressed record in hopes it would prove he was just imagining things. Unfortunately, it was all as real as it gets. What the hell is that? We only got a glimpse of whatever the hell that was, and while there's still always the chance this was a dog who managed to get up to the roof of the barn, something about the video just doesn't sit right. Especially when these are the noises it makes. That doesn't sound like any dog we know about.
The depths of the forest seem to attract all sorts of groups. Kids building bases, adults hiking, wildlife frolicking, and, skinwalkers.
I just wanted to show you guys my cool base that I made a while ago with my cousin. It's really nice. See, we got the entrance all fenced off. Got this thing, I don't know what it is. Oh. Well, that stinks. But yeah, we got some chairs. What was that? Is that a cow? What is that? Oh, frick!
No idea what that was, but it wasn't any kind of cow we have ever seen, as the original poster seems to believe. No clue why seeing a pale humanoid frame made this guy's head immediately jump to cattle. Some people mentioned the possibility of this being the rake, but what do you think? Is this kid putting a fast one, or are those pesky skinny cows roaming the forests, waiting to strike?
Oh, frick!
This blood-curdling spooky video was filmed inside a locked and gated property in Romania. The safety measures were all there to make sure nobody could get in or out, but where the paranormal is involved, precautions don't matter, because look at what the security cameras caught just by the car. That does not look human. Vaguely humanoid, yeah, but why is it so haggard and hunched over? Some of the comments seem to believe that this is an old woman, but the original poster confirmed that the property was locked and there is no way anybody could have gotten in or out. Others say that this was a clip taken out of context from a video of a grandma trying to prank her grandson. But nothing seems to be confirmed aside from the fact that if you saw something creeping up next to your car, you'd need some spare pants.
When the YouTube channel Yams uploaded this video, they only intended to capture their dog in the backyard, but what they ended up capturing on camera that day left them absolutely terrified of the woods. Here's what they caught.
Bryson, she's getting away! Ah! Ah! Dude, do you see that? No, dude, what the heck is that? No, dude, you see that? Oh my god. Dude, Bryson, tell me you don't see that. No way. What is that? Ellie, come on.
Someone or something was caught on its hind legs like a huge werewolf heading towards them. The boys were so frightened that they made for the house with their hearts thumping. Could that have been what they thought it was? Or maybe one of their friends just dressed up in a costume to scare them? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Some seem to believe that nighttime is when the truly unexplainable things come out to play. And you never know, you might even see them yourself one day. So, check out this creepy video somebody caught while on their night drive. You could say it's just a person running past the car, but why is the figure pale white and nearly translucent in colour? And why on earth would somebody run in front of oncoming traffic like that? Funnily enough, this isn't the only time somebody caught this kind of sinister silhouette running through the middle of the road. Take a look at this. Yeah, the blurriness eliminates a little credibility, but look really close at the figure. Does it look like a human to you? Or more like a cryptid with a death wish? Whatever it is, you probably wouldn't be able to outrun it.
A simple outdoor fun time soon turned into a chilling encounter when this couple, out in Utah, found something in a cave and quickly brought out their phones to record it. What could they have possibly found? Let's find out.
Should we... Did we go up there? I don't hear it anymore. I'll be doing this. I don't see anything. Go. What the
Drawn by an unsettling sound echoing from the cave's depths, they ventured closer, and then, from the shadows, a creepy humanoid silhouette began to emerge. Real cryptid sighting, or a nifty bit of video fakery? You decide.
Do you remember that horror game that stormed the internet several years ago?
Why searching so up?
Little pig.
Where you played a guy armed with nothing but a camera and some batteries, taking on a psychiatric hospital full of violent ghosts and monsters. Of course, I'm talking about the Outlast series. But those creatures might not just be pixels and rendering techniques. And these guys found that out the hard way while investigating an abandoned building. Take a look. This is another classic case of the thing wasn't on screen long enough for us to see it properly. You could say the speed at which they flipped the camera around was sketchy, but would your first instinct not be to get the hell out of there too? There are equal chances this could be edited, a prop, a crazy guy, or a real life monster. But there's no way to know for sure. What do you think?
The following scary video was captured at stupid o'clock in the woods near Flassy, France, when a group of friends decided to set up a campfire and crack open a few cold ones. They were all a bit tipsy when the two girls of the group spotted what they initially assumed to be a dog. Little did they know, that was the day everyone would witness a close encounter with their worst nightmare. Take a look.
Vous avez vu un truc encore bouger?
Bon, toi là.
Il y a un truc là-bas?
Il y a un truc derrière là.
Attendez. Minou, j'ai fouetté ta mère.
Putain!
Putain. Il est mignon le chat.
Ouais, il est un peu gros le chat, j'aime pas ça. Ouais, je vais me barrer. Oh, non?
Bah y'a un... Bon, c'est deux fils de gueule.
Mais pourquoi t'as laissé tomber la torche?
Pour éclairer, putain!
Attends, je vais lui fumer sa mère.
What fresh hell is that? Did you see the long ass fingers? No wonder the girl started freaking out with the way that thing was lurking behind the tree. The video ends abruptly, so no idea what happened after that, but we could hear the distress in their voices at the very end. The quality makes it quite difficult to get any defining features of the uninvited guests. But what we can see is the oversized head, large dark eyes, and a long, bony hand. With that said, we came up with a few theories. First, on the skeptical side, it could be one of their friends in a costume, or maybe some creepy CGI. The obvious signs that come with it would be hidden by the poor video quality after all. But what if this video is real, and that was a creepy dude in the woods, watching them and waiting for the right moment to do whatever the hell creepy dudes like to do at stupid o'clock? Heck, could they have somehow managed to catch a real life cryptid on camera? Analysing their reactions and the creepy humanoid figure, which one do you think happened here?
Home alone and feeling pretty, TikToker The Raw Monster decides to record a quick video. But after hearing a strange noise, she catches more than she bargained for. What she finds in her attic is enough to make anyone's blood run cold. Let's watch. Who or what is that? Sure, it could just be a friend wearing a cryptid costume, right? Yes, it could. But a small detail makes this footage all the more creepy. After uploading videos since 2018, she never uploaded another video after this one. And that was 3 years ago. Why would she suddenly stop uploading? But that also begs the question, if something happened to her, who uploaded this video then? Well, hopefully not the thing she caught on camera that night. Yeah, this is probably just another TikTok ARG, but what if? Nah, it can't. Can it? Let us know what you think.
Jeff Kessler was just looking for an escape, a simple camping trip in the woods. After waking up, He had bacon for breakfast, packed his camping gear, and grabbed his trusty camera to document the adventure. He left home in the afternoon, munching on sandwiches along the way, ready for some peace in the wilderness. By nightfall, he was still wandering, trying to find the perfect spot to lay down. And that's when he spotted something, a sight so strange it made him freeze in his tracks. Something lurking that he'd never seen before, something that wasn't supposed to be there. Take a look at what Jeff managed to capture. Did you catch that? That pale figure sprinting towards Jeff from the shadows. That was the last thing anyone saw before Jeff vanished into thin air. All that was left behind were his camera and his camping gear, discarded in the heart of the woods. Was it something otherworldly that took Jeff that night? Whatever happened, one thing's for sure, the woods aren't always as empty as they seem, and sometimes what's out there is better left undisturbed.
In this video, uploaded by the YouTube channel Too Spooky For You, a man was filming himself riding his bike when, out of nowhere, something jumped in front of him that almost sent his bike tumbling. Take a look. It is evident that whatever jumped out of those walls definitely scared the crap out of him. But as he turned to check out what it was gone. That might have been a monkey, probably a bold one, or it was a juvenile Wendigo, and he was lucky to make it out of that lonely path alive. What are your thoughts? Let us know.
Usually, caving videos without paranormal activity are already terrifying enough. You don't need the otherworldly to get that blood pumping on the back of your neck. But this video, caught by a crazy explorer, just goes to show that caves aren't just full of jagged rock and panic attacks. There's a lot more down there than you wish to know.
Oğlum. O ne? Hocam. Vallahi içeride bir şey var. Var ya burada bir şey sıkışmış bak. Hayvan mı acaba? Taşın içinde bir şey var. Arkadaşlar gördünüz mü? Hayvan mı var? Taşın içinde bir şey var.
After hearing strange noises under the rocks, they decided to take a closer look, and that's when they spot a creepy head with glazed black eyes and stereotypical alien looks, staring right into the camera. Unfortunately, the video is too short for us to get a better look at whatever it was, but just enough to see some off-putting features.
Night outs in nature can be all fun and games as you watch the stars travel and how the clouds migrate. But what happens when you get a little more than you signed up for? These guys were out at night in the wild filming the night sky until they noticed a light source too close to be the stars. Take a look. Someone or something decides to join the party. No idea if it's an animal, a cryptid, or just one of their buddies. The but the goddamn creepy bastard might have won every Halloween competition in Turkey. Did you also notice the creepy horns? Can't really tell if it's just feasted on some souls or if it was practicing for the next Tenacious D movie. Well, tell us what you think in the comments then.
When we wander through the tranquil woods, we expect nothing more than rustling leaves and cheerful bird songs. But for this professional runner, nature had other plans in store. Take a look.
Pour la première, j'espère que vous allez bien, moi ça par la grâce de Dieu. Je suis comme ça en train d'aller à l'école. Mais je pense que le professeur ne va pas venir aujourd'hui. Donc je retourne à la maison.
What started as the usual running video while filming himself for Instagram content quickly escalated into an adrenaline-fueled sprint, with someone intent on more than just photobombing. Sure, at first glance it might seem like the, let's call him, entity, was just a dude part of his content creation plan. But let's entertain some of the spine-chilling possibilities that many talked about in the comment section. What if it was something far more sinister lurking in the shadows? Like the elusive cryptids of folklore emerging from their hidden realms to terrify unsuspecting adventurers. Of course, someone mentioned the word skinwalker as usual these days, but others made a fair point. What if it is a tribe member with a peculiar taste for humans? Or perhaps it's the stuff of nightmares, the Tunge Tunge kid. Jokes aside though, who, or whatever it was, it certainly seems to have some pretty dark and deep eye sockets. And the arms, did you notice? They seem disproportional with the rest of his body. Longer than they should. That is, could it really be the nightmare fuel? We'll wait to hear your thoughts in the comment section. We've all seen some creepy stuff on late night walks, but this next clip from one of our regular viewers, Hamza, from Turkey, might just take the cake. It kicks off with some heavy breathing, and you can feel the tension through the shaky camera. The flashlight flicks on, slicing through the dark, and then the camera dips down to check under a parked car. Almost like he's looking for something lurking down there. But then, something unexpected happens. Something that'll make your heart skip a beat. Take a look. Did you see that? Just as Hamza stands back up, a small, unnerving creature darts from behind one of the cars to another, moving so fast you could miss it if you blink. It's not human, not by a long shot, and the way it moves, low to the ground with this creepy, inhuman speed, is enough to make anyone question what they just witnessed. The creature dives under another car, vanishing into the darkness and leaving behind a heavy sense of dread. What could this thing be? An animal? Something supernatural? Hamza's footage just raises more questions than it answers, and you can hear the fear in his voice. This was no ordinary encounter. Let's roll back and watch that moment again. Did you catch it? We're dying to hear your theories. Drop them in the comment section. The following clip might make you reconsider that camping trip you had planned. If you've ever seen the Blair Witch Project, you'll know that you should probably take caution in the middle of the woods at night. These guys, however, just ran in all guns blazing. After sharing a smoke and setting up a campfire, they decide the best way to tender the camping experience was to go and investigate their surroundings, which led them finding some suspicious stuff, to say the least.
Urbexu, nie demoluj. Panowie, można walić wiadro. I to takie bez dna, ono się nie skończy. Dobra, cavemana. Przyjemnie. Na granicy zawalenia. O kurwa!
Mi się udawać zawalenie.
Tam jest jakaś stodoła.
Nie wiem, czy tam się da wejść.
Ja nawet będę
Kłódka jest kłódka jest założona. Pizdu.
Śmierdzi gównem to chuj. Co to jest?
Nie wiem. A, dobra, nie.
Ty, czerwony.
Kurwa, na tym jest krew.
Oświeć. Ale... Nie, dobra.
They felt a little uneasy because of the strange trinkets lying around, but they never expected to find this waiting for them in the next building.
Kurwa, nie ma.
Who the hell was that? Whatever it was, it seemed to be hanging upside down like a bloody vampire. While you can argue that the lack of more visuals is a clear cop-out and that the audio could have been added during editing, the group's reaction seems pretty genuine. There are some comments on the video suggesting that this was an amateur short film, and there are some signs, such as the editing style being very found footage horror style. And the video itself is a complete 180 from any other content on this dude's YouTube channel. He usually posts short parkour content, but after a 1 year break, he comes out with this. What's the verdict though? Do you think this was some kind of film project, or are all the urban legends about the depths of the woods true? Let us know what you think in the comments. Sometimes, people spot things so mysterious that they turn to social media to find answers, as their own reasoning falls short. The man in the video you're about to watch caught one such baffling sight on his security camera. During a routine security footage review, he noticed that his camera caught something that looked like a person on all fours before it swiftly walked away. Several unsettling details stood out. The figure, though seemingly human and dressed in clothes, appeared disjointed. Notice how the arms looked separated from the rest of the body. Secondly, the image was only visible under infrared night vision, even though the camera had a human detection setting that wasn't triggered. Who or what could this be? Was it just a distorted figure of someone trying to avoid the camera? Could it have been a mechanical fault? An otherworldly? Heck, a cryptid? While we were scratching our heads like a cat on a scratching pole over this one, we found this video that would send shivers down the spine of even the greatest skeptic. This strange figure was caught snooping around a house before disappearing into thin air. The entity, whatever it was, walked on all fours as it scurried away. Skeptics believe this was just a scrawny, naked man escaping a pretty sticky situation. But what if it was something more sinister? How do you explain the extremely tiny waist or underdeveloped legs? While these were two different instances, could this second video prove that what the man saw on his CCTV was something other than a human? Or do we all agree there was nothing more than a skinny man running around like a primitive beast, and the first video was a bluff? Your call. Tunnels tend to trigger claustrophobia and paranoia in quite a few people. You can blame horror movies for that. But for some reason, this guy didn't get the memo and thought it would be a great idea to investigate a strange noise emanating out of the cylinder. He didn't spend too long in there though, because something was waiting for him. If you don't believe in skinwalkers, maybe you will after this. Take a look.
What the hell? Hello?
What kind of creature was that? It definitely wasn't an animal, but it also doesn't look human. Remember that scene in It where Tim Curry or Bill Skarsgård, depending on your persuasion, lures little Georgie to his ultimate demise through the sewer grate? Well, that situation isn't exclusively left to the silver screen, because these guys caught themselves staring into the same cavernous depth, just like Georgie. Except they didn't actually expect a monster to pop out.
Se lo juro que había algo ahí.
Nos devolvemos.
Créame que yo no hubiera llamado. Yo hubiera visto algo. Es que yo iba pasando por acá y esa vuelta está destapada.
No, si es risa,
ahí ya la parte al...
What the hell is that? All we can make out are two black eyes and a strange alien-like head shape. Although we do have to say, it looks a little too good to be true. It's so still and moves so easily. Almost as if it's some kind of mask someone just popped out over the ledge. There is no further context we can find online about this, so we'll throw it out to you. Can you find anything about this clip? Do you have any hot takes? Let us know in the comments. In the heart of the wilderness, a group of adventurous young lads embark on an unsupervised fishing trip. their hearts brimming with the excitement of conquest and exploration. Little did they know that the eerie unknown lurked just beyond their awareness, silently watching their every move. While they showed their cool fishing spots, a strange figure was spotted running behind the bushes. A dark figure resembling young Mowgli ran past and disappeared behind the bushes. Could they have discovered the next Jungle Book star? Or was it just another kid in the jungle trying to join in the fun? That said, it may be more than a skeptic would say. What if this was something sinister that haunted little children in the wild? Or worse, a member of one of those tribes that have a peculiar taste when it comes to humans? I guess we'll never know.